Hello. I have zetamath with me today, and we are going to be doing a Pairdoku solve. So Pairdoku is where each of us has our own Sudoku to solve, and they both have the same solution as each other. And in order to solve each of our puzzles, we need input from the other person. So that sounds a lot of fun. You may have seen a CTC video recently where Simon and Mark did the same thing. And so this is going to be a lot of fun. If you're not familiar with zetamath, I don't know how that happened, but if you're not, definitely check out his channel. There's a link in the description, so you can check him out. We're double posting on both channels. And the big thing here is that my puzzle has killer clues on it, and Zeta's puzzle has Renban clues on it. You'll be able to see both, but I'll only see my own. Zeta only sees his own. And we're not supposed to tell each other like exactly where cages are, where Renbans are, what the totals are. But we can communicate about like what pencil marks we may have discovered and things like that. And so it should be some nice chaos. It should be interesting for both of us. So we're going to get started right now. All right, you want to get going, or?
Alrighty. So the thing I see is that row 1, column 8 is a 1 or 9.
Okay, I'll mark that down. I have some low-hanging fruit, as you might imagine, in a killer puzzle. So I'm seeing row 5, column 4, 5, 6 must be only from 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Row 5, 4, 5, 6, right?
Yeah, so it's like the middle of box 5.
Yep. Just want to double check because given my accuracy rating with people reading cells, this could go off rails real fast.
And I do have row column labels on, which I thought would be at least help avoid that situation.
I do also have that, somewhat helpfully.
Okay, so your 1-9 does not help me considerably.
Interesting. I just looking at the grid, I had guessed that was going to be a huge thing because it doesn't do a whole lot for me, but I thought maybe the way it was constructed. But okay, let's see. Do you have other low-hanging fruit that we can steal from?
Actually, yeah. I'm thinking that row 4, column 3, and row 6, column 3 are also from 1, 2, 3.
Ah. Okay, so that means row 4, column 3, row 5, column 4, and row 6, column 3 are a 1, 2, 3 triple.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3 in them, but now we know they're a triple.
Right, so those three, and again, just to say that row 4, column 3, and row 6, column 3, those are the ones in box 4, and row 5, column 4, those are a 1, 2, 3 triple.
Okay, and I can say that row 5, column 3 is from 4, 5, 6.
Column 3 is from 4, 5, 6. Okay, interesting.
So you're what I'm assuming is a Renban is going around that cell.
Correct. Yeah. I'm trying to say, like, I could now, like, tell you that every other cell on the Renban is not 1, 2, 3, but that feels excessive for the moment. I'm gonna try not to give you 6-digit pencil marks unless we have reason to.
Well, I can make a certain guess about what might be useful next, which is, do you have anything special going on in row 2, column 2, or row 3, column 2?
Row 3, column 2 is part of the spoiler Renban that has the 1, 2, 3 on it.
Okay,
So it's
I feel like we're getting in the territory of, I don't know. Okay, so what I'm thinking about that cell is that it's quite limited on my end. So on my end, I'm seeing it as a 1, 2, 4, 5 only.
So row 3, column 2?
Row 3, column 2, but you're saying that probably can't be 1 or 2.
And it's not 1, 2, or 3, right? So it's only 4, 5?
Only 4, 5. And so that makes the cell above it only 1, 2.
Only 1, 2, okay. So I don't know if this is ridiculous. I can give you a quad. Are you interested in a random quad?
I love random quads.
Okay, so row 2, column 1, row 3, column 2, row 7, column 2, and row 8, column 1 are a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quad. Sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7.
4, 5, 6, 7? Okay.
Yes, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I can't count.
So I can tell you that row 7, column 2 is not a 7.
7, column 2 is not a 7. Okay, so the 7 in this quad that I have marked as the green quad, I don't know if that is worth paralleling.
Okay, I'll mark those green. Okay.
Its 7 is in column 1, so that means the 7 in box 4 is in column 2, and this
definitely true.
So I don't know how useful that is. It is completely bare in my grid, but I thought it might be useful.
Okay, well, I can tell you that row 7, column 1, and column 3 are a 1, 2, 3.
Row 7, column 1, and row 7, column 3?
Yeah. Are
so that gives us a 1, 2, 3 triple in column 3, right?
It does, yes.
Okay. That reassures me that I've labeled the correct cells.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I know anything about where 1, 2, and 3 go in box 1, other than there's a 1, 2 there. But I don't think I quite do.
Yeah, we have 4 cells for 1, 2, 3, which is not quite useful enough.
Yeah. But I have a big lot of nothing in those cells, so I can't help you. I can only imagine how much more screaming at the screen there is in watching us do this than there is like normally, because people who are watching both grids are definitely thinking to themselves like, oh my god, why don't they see that 13 cage overlaps that Renbon in that place or whatever.
Hey, how'd you know about the 13 cage?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I could look at my 13 cage. No, I'm kidding. I mean, there are some cages that I feel like probably are limited by your Ren bands, but I'm not. I mean, we have to kind of try to communicate how that's going to work without just saying, hey, I have a cage here that's this total.
Right, yeah. There's a lot of random geometry I can give you. Like, these 2 cells in this box show up in these 3 cells, show up in these, and it's like, and I can't quite. So let me ask it this way. Row 1, column 4 through 7. Do you have anything interesting going on there?
I've got quite a bit going on in that region. Row 1, column 4 through 7, you said?
So let me tell you, and we'll see if this is at all interesting to you. Those 4 cells are are column 8, rows 6 through 9.
Okay, so I'm going to mark those in purple.
Okay, purple. Okay, I made them yellow, but I will purple.
You made them yellow? You'll change them to purple? Okay. So just to confirm, row 1, column 4 through 7 are purple, and then that's the same digits as in column 8, rows 6 through 9.
Yes, that sounds correct to me.
Okay.
Chad is screaming at me that I have miscalculated this, but
that's interesting to me in a couple ways, but I'm not sure exactly what to. Okay, I can tell you that. Let me think. There's a couple cages I need to think about, but the problem is I usually think about them out loud. But if I think about them out loud, then you'll know that I have cages.
I'm believing that your grid just has 2 cages in it, and then nowhere else as well.
Yeah, I've got some interesting geometry as well, but it's not worth mentioning at the moment. I'll mention it if it comes up as useful. I
have on my screen, just for viewers, put in red circles, row 5, column 5, and row 5, column 6. Those are 2 elements of a 1, 2, 3 triple. That also, we know that other 3 cells that I have in orange, but we didn't. This was before we agreed on colors, but that triple for me is orange. I have highlighted in ketchup the 2 cells that are the ketchup from box 5, using the fact that both of these are 1, 2, 3 triples.
Oh, interesting. Because we have. Oh yeah, you told me about a 1, 2, 3 triple that I didn't mark. So you have one marked in orange.
Yeah, so row 4, column 3, row 4, column 6. Sorry, gotcha. Row 6, column 3, and row 5, column 4. And so I guess I'm also telling us with your 1, 2, 3 that I didn't notice this before. I'm going to make this a pink circle. Row 5, column 4 is the same digit as row 7, column 3.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, they
because of that triple marking. So the triple marking maybe did something. So I guess that tells me that this 1, 2, 3 that we have in row 7, column 1 is a red circle digit, but we have to be very careful because there's 2 red circle digits. So who knows which red circle digit it is.
Interesting.
This is absolutely going to descend into complete chaos.
I'm trying to do some math in my head. Without vocalizing it.
Can you pull up the killer calculator cage? Does that show up for you?
Yeah, I should actually just use the killer calculator that's provided by this software.
There's no Renbon calculator to tell me what can go on a Renbon with 1, 2, 3, though.
I wonder what goes on a Renban with 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, that one's not. I feel like I need to use information I don't have to help me with a lot of these cages on the grid, which makes sense, but it's unfortunate because I don't know what to communicate to you.
So I'm just gonna tell to chat or not chat, the viewers, who I guess I'm just gonna call chat like LSV always does, even when he's not streaming. That I know this Renbon does all kinds of interesting things, but there's like 70 million things I could communicate about it, and it's not clear to me that even a single one of them is interesting in isolation. So I'm sure this Renbon that I have highlighted is very important, but I don't know that there's anything I can say about it to Rangsk that is useful at the moment. But I'm sure this will be leading to great dramatic irony for the people who are watching and being like, oh, that does everything!
Everyone who's watching right now has already solved both puzzles in their head.
Absolutely.
So there's a couple things that I don't know if are interesting or not, but I'm going to point them out.
Okay.
So in row 1, column 4, 5, there is 1 and exactly 1 of 1, 2, 3.
There's 1.
You should have them purple.
Yes.
There's of row 1, column 4, 5. 1 of them is 1, 2, 3, and 1 of them is not.
Okay. One of them is 1, 2, 3, and one of them is not. Okay, interesting.
And I don't know exactly what to do with that, but that means that also that's gonna translate down to the other purples in column 8. And I can tell you also that they're not going to go in row 6, 7, column 8. So that 1, 2, 3 that's in row 1, column 4, 5 is also down in row 8, 9, column 8.
Okay.
If I'm making any sense. And I don't even know how to mark that, but...
Yeah, there's like one of these two cells is 1, 2, 3, and one of them is not.
I can tell you what the other one is.
Putting a
the other
7
one is 4,
cage
5,
around
6.
them, but
You're not allowed to do that.
I'm not allowed to do that. Yeah,
that's suspiciously similar to what a 7 cage would do, but
it is suspiciously similar to what a 7 cage would do. I agree.
We're both too familiar with these constraints to not go, okay, so that's what he's telling me.
Yeah.
But, at least it's a little bit of a puzzle to figure that out. I also have something very similar, but I don't know what to do with it. So do you have anything going on in row 9 at all? I guess.
Nope, not a single clue for me in row 9. I don't know if it's impolite for me to say that, but I've got a whole lot of nothing.
Okay, so the only thing that I can do, I have some similar geometry, but it's not nearly as nice. But maybe it combines with something that you know. So row 8, column 7, 8. Hopefully we're talking about the same cells here.
Oh no. I have nothing in either of those cells.
I can tell you that they go somewhere in row 1, 2, 3, column 9.
3, column 9, okay.
So it's two cells that get spread across 3 cells, which I wasn't going to mention it, but we haven't really found anything in a bit, so...
So the thing, just to say this to chat, I'm noticing this, and it's not going to mean anything to you. This pink 1, 2, 3, I'm noticing if it goes on this Renbon at all, goes exactly there, and otherwise it doesn't go anywhere on this Renbon. But unfortunately, this Renbon is not so long that by virtue of being that it needs to have this digit, which is really unfortunate. And I can't distill. Chat can put in the comments how on earth you would distill any of that to something that I could tell to Rangsk and not be violating the terms of the treaty.
Hey, Rangsk, take out the pen tool and draw a line here. I'm not going to tell you why.
Yes, try and make it the pink purple color. It will. It will be, yeah, exactly.
I found something a little bit interesting, but it's like not quite enough, but maybe you have something that helps with that. 1, 2, 3 are extremely limited in column 6. They have to go, there's the 1, 1, 2, 3 that we have marked up in column 6. The rest of them have to go in box 8. They can't go in box 2. And of course we have the 1, 2, 3 triple already in box 5. So
Oh, okay. So no one. So there are no 1, 2, 3s in column 6, rows 1, 2, 3.
yeah, and of course also not 4 and 6, but you already knew that.
Wait, also not 4 and 6? Oh, sorry. Right. Sorry. I thought you were saying also. You said also not 4 and 6 as I was ridiculously pencil marking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 into those 3 cells, and you were like also not 4, 6, but you knew that, and it's like what? But no, what Rangsk was saying was these are not 1, 2, or 3, which I know because there's a 1, 2, 3 triple here. So that is very interesting.
Okay, I found something interesting then.
I think so.
Maybe I'll pencil the same thing then.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. So I guess I can maybe say the words that it says there's a second 1, 2, 3 on a Renbon I see somewhere, at least, if not a third. Do you know anything about column 4, row 1, 2, 3?
Oh, I know very little about column 4.
Yeah,
the only thing is I mean I told you about row 1, column 4, 5, but that's basically all I know.
So at least one of these 2 cells, at least, so the thing I'm highlighting now is that at least one of row 7, column 6, and row 8, column 6 is a 1, 2, 3. If not,
so the other 1, 2, 3 is in row 9, column 6. Oh, but
no,
we don't
I'm
know.
just
That's
saying.
not what you said.
I'm just saying at least one of these.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just using the fact that 2 out of 3 are
Yeah.
in these 3 cells means at least one of any 2 I could pick. But I picked the random 2 that have a censored I'm not allowed to say in the cells that I'm referring to.
I'm wondering about the 1, 2, 3s are almost done in row 7, right? So I'm wondering if can we? Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know if this is quite enough, but you mentioned that row 5, column 4, and row 7, column 3 are the same digit, right?
Mm-hmm. Those are the same digit.
And we also know that row 5, column 4 needs to go in box 8 somewhere in column 6, but it's not going to be in row 7, right?
Yep.
So that's
same what
digit.
I've been trying to sort of bully.
Did you give that a color? Like
it is
circle
a purple
color?
circle for me.
Okay, so purple circle, we can at least say, is either in row 8 or 9, column 6.
I definitely have a preference of which one I want it to be, but yeah,
I do too, actually. But
which one do you prefer it be?
I'd prefer it be row 9, column 6.
I see. Interesting. So one of us is going to be happy.
Okay, but the other one will not. Okay, got it.
Yes, exactly. One of us will be happy.
Maybe both end up 1, 2, 3. We don't know.
Is there any way we can use this green quadruple in an interesting way? Do those crisscross any clues or anything that we could sort of put those together? I know it's a very weird diagonally sort of quadruple.
It doesn't really do much for me other than the 1, 2, 3s we already found.
Okay.
That helped a lot with finding the 1, 2, 3s I already told you about, but
okay.
Okay, I wonder if I can think about some relationship between 2 of my clues that might help us with these 1, 2, 3s. Does this... Actually, I don't know if this works the way I think it does. Well, okay, I can tell you that row... I don't know if this is... Well, you already kind of... Did you already know this? Row 5, column 3 is not the same digit as row 7, column 2.
Sorry, I realized something that...
okay.
Sorry. Let me tell you a thing that I realized that I should have realized before. So you told me 2 of row 7, column 6... Sorry, column 6, row 7, 8, and 9. 2 of those 3 have to be 1, 2, 3s, right?
Yeah.
And so it's the other 2 1, 2, 3s. So row 5, column 5 is row 9, column 6.
Oh, they are the same? You know that for sure?
Those are the same.
Did you give that one a color?
So I have changed. So I had those in red circles, but I've now changed it to red X.
Okay, red X
Yeah,
goes
so
in row 5, column... So
yeah.
5 is a red X,
Yep,
and
yep,
row
yep.
9, column 6 is also a red X?
Yep, the row 9, column 6 is also a red X, right?
Okay,
And that
row
1, 2,
9...
3 is also row 1, column 4.
Row 1, column 4 is also that red X. Okay.
It's also that red X, correct.
Well, then I can tell you that row 1, column 5 is 4, 5, 6.
That's right.
And row 9, column 7 is the same 4, 5, 6.
It's the same 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's make that blue circle.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now do I know anything else? So yeah, so... Okay, so now we do know that pink circle is in row 8, column 6. Because pink circle, remember, needed to be in one of these three cells, and we just by Sudoku know it's not in that one.
Yeah.
So we're either our two screens now look very the same, or our two screens look completely different, and we've been completely off track.
I feel like we're looking the same. Did you give a color to row 5, column 6? Was that the red circle?
That was red circle. Yeah, I had previously those two were both red circle, but then one of them I changed to red X, and now I don't know exactly what to do with the other things that I had marked as red circles, so I'm just going to put in red the other two, or I'm going to put in a red box around the grid, these other ones, just so that I say I know that it's either red circle or red X, but I don't know which one.
Interesting. Ooh, if I could figure out where red X is in some of these other 1, 2, 3s, I think that would be very helpful.
If I knew anything about where red circle went in box 2, it would be really helpful. Do you have anything in row 2, column 4 and row 3, column 4?
Row 2, column 4 and row 3, column 4. I don't have any special info about those. Okay, so one thing I'm wondering about... Okay, so this might be helpful, or may not, but since we're looking at 1, 2, 3s, row 3, column 7, 8 cannot be 1, 2, 3.
Ah, okay.
So
I'm happy to pencil mark
4
something
through
4,
9
5,
in there.
6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine.
Yeah. Because we're... like red X in row 3 is looking pretty limited.
That's true. And I know
3
it's
cells
not...
is... Yeah. You know it's not somewhere?
So yeah.
Oh, we know it's not in row 3, column 3, actually.
Yep, we know it's not in row 3, column 3. So it's row 3, column 1.
1 or 9 only.
Yep, or 9. Yep, so it is in one of those two. I agree.
If we knew which one, that would be so helpful. But I don't know that we do. Oh, I lost a purple somehow. There we go.
Yeah, I guess purple circle has 2 spots in box 2. True. I don't think that's interesting immediately to me, but it's worth noting.
Okay, so something interesting to note is where do 1, 2, 3 go in row 3? Because there are only 4 places.
Okay, so you just told me 3 spots they can't be, and they also certainly can't be in row 3, column 2, or row 3, column 3 by previous work.
Yeah.
So that is 4 total places for them to go.
And if we're looking for a red circle, we know that blue circle and red X. Oh no, sorry, blue circle is 4, 5, 6. What am I talking about? Pink is what we're looking for.
I'm a doofus. Row 4, column, or sorry, that blue circle is row 7, column 6. If I pay attention to my Renbans.
Oh, row 7, column 6 is blue circle?
Row 7, column 6 is blue circle.
Which is a 4, 5, 6?
Which is a 4, 5, 6, right. Because to viewers, it has to go on this Renban somewhere, and that's the only place it can possibly go.
Sounds like you have a useful Renban going through there somewhere, but I'm not supposed to know that.
There's a Renban somewhere that maybe passes through that cell or something. By the end of this, we're going to each be able to draw the other's grid.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. As long as we're having fun, I think this is good.
Also, how did neither of us make any jokes about the fact that the title is a 50 Shades of Grey reference? I feel like that should have been in the intro somewhere.
Mine is called Black. What's yours called?
Oh, mine is called...
I'm
sorry,
50 Shades of Pairdoku dash black. Yours is dash purple.
Mine is dash purple, yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Uh, okay, let's see. So so yeah, that's 2 places for blue
Oh,
circle in box 5.
I
Is
have an
that at all
interesting observation. Remember the purple cells that I told you about, right?
The
The
purple.
ones we shaded purple.
Yes, yes.
They're the same as each other.
Yep.
I'm noticing that. So the purple circle needs to go in box 9, and it's either going to be like if it ended up in the purple shading, there's only one place it could go cloned in the other purple shade. Do you see what I'm saying?
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
So like row 9, column 8, if
would
that's
then have to be
would then have to be row in column 7, which then puts it somewhere in box 6 in column 9, but not in row 5. Okay, so there's only 3 places in column 9 the purple circle can go. If I'm interpreting this right.
I think that
Did I lose you?
I think I think that purple circle is row 1 column 7, then it does a lot of damage, and we know purple circle can only go in 2 places in box 9, and it's interesting either way.
So what I guess to be clear about what I'm saying is purple circle is either in row 9 column 8 or row 9 column 9. You agree with that, right?
Yep.
If it's in row 9 column 8, then it ends up in row
1 column 7,
and also row 4 6 column 9.
Okay, row 4 6.
It's just by Sudoku.
Yep.
And so that means that
I forgot which was row and which was column again for a moment.
Yeah. So that means that there's only those 3 places in column 9 can have the purple circle. Because those are the 2 worlds that exist.
Yep. Agree.
So I don't know what to do with that. I thought hopefully that would be interesting to you, but
yeah, I think I'm supposed to think about this 1-9 pencil mark that I got. That I'll let you completely fancifully imagine how a Renbon could lead to a 1-9 pencil mark in row 1 column 8. I'm trying to think if this does anything with our 1 2 3s. But I don't think so. But maybe I need to be pencil marking more. It's possible. I guess there are only 3 spots on this. Oh, 3 other spots. There are 4 spots on this Renbon that can be 1 2 3. That's not helpful. Let's see. Yeah, the 4 5 6 thing seemed really useful.
Are you talking about blue circle or?
Yeah, just we were able to sort of bounce that around. It seemed like that was quite deliberate.
Purple needs a blue circle in column 8, and there's only one place it can go.
Yes. Yep, absolutely.
And that's from your geometry, not mine.
Right. Yep, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's from the equivalents of the purple sets. And so then blue circle in box 3 just goes in one of 2 places with the things that I marked as yellow. Oh, so the things that you marked as yellow before are 2 yellows and 1 blue 4 5 6.
I don't have any yellow, so can you be more explicit?
Row 8 column 7 and row 8 column 8, you told me that pair went in row 9 column 1, row 9 column row 1 column 9, row 2 column 9, and row 3 column 9.
Yeah, so those 2 go somewhere in those 3. Yeah, I agree.
Right. But blue circle also goes in those 3.
Oh, and it's not blue circle. Oh, okay.
And and it's not yellow. So therefore, I mean, one consequence is that row 1 column 9 is definitely yellow.
Okay, so this yellow definitely... Okay, I see what you're saying.
And this is like a yellow-blue pair.
This is like yellow-blue. But the blue's not in row 1 column 9.
Right. Exactly. So that one just is definitely yellow. Where does yellow go in the purple? Yellow could be red X, can't it? Red X could be yellow. So in the horizontal purple strip, the other yellow in row 1 goes in one of these 2 cells. But it could be row 1, column 4, in which case it's the same as red X, which I don't think there's any reason it can't be immediately, or it could
Is
go
there
in
a
row
reason?
1, column 6.
Is the reason it can't go? Oh, it can't go in row in column 5 because that's blue, right?
Correct.
I was like, why can't it
Correct.
go there?
Oh,
but yeah, you're right.
blue circle is now placed in box 5, because blue circle is now row 4, column 4.
Oh, it sure is. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that is completely gettable by things
Just
that
Sudoku,
we have said to each
yeah.
other. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of blue circles in the grid now.
Okay. Yeah, I should look at. Is it possible we know where blue circle goes in the green quadruple?
Oh, because it does go in there somewhere.
It does go in there somewhere. But unfortunately, I think we don't quite know yet.
The problem I have with the green quad is that it doesn't really see anything in common. You know what I mean? Like, there's not like a crazy unorthodox tuple logic that I can do with that right now without eliminating more digits first. But I'm just complaining that its geometry is not great. We do know that 7 is limited in column 1, which we haven't really used, but we haven't really had to use.
Yep. We do know that, and so yeah, it's limited in box 4. But I think you told me that 7 corner mark in box 4 was not useful to you.
It's not useful to me, no.
And so, I mean, it is an interesting question to ask whether row 5, column 3 is blue circle or not, because you told me it's a 4, 5, 6, but I don't know if it's the same 4, 5, 6 or not.
Right. I don't know either. I've been trying to think about that area a bit, where there may or may not be cages that sum to some value. So thing is, we don't. Okay, what do I know about blue circle? Oh, actually, I did learn something. That we kind of got excited about the blue circles. But one of the blue circles did tell me that. Okay, be careful with these numbers. Row 6, column 7. I'll do them one at a time. Row 6, column 7 is from 789.
Okay.
And row 7, column 8 is from 789.
Okay. So there's
it makes kind of like an L shape of pencil marks there.
Yep. So row 6, column 7 is 789, and row 7, column 8 is row 789, and they're hugging the blue circle in an L shape.
Yeah,
is what you're
exactly.
About.
Yeah.
And they're not the same 789, or they are, or unknown?
They're definitely different than each other.
They're definitely different from each other. Okay. Chat has been screaming about
and I suspect one of them's 9, but I can't prove it yet. It's one of those like probability things, but
yeah. Let's see. So I'm just going to highlight some stuff and say these two cells go over there. I don't know if this is at all interesting. So row 4, column 5 and row 6, column 5. You have like no interest in these cells, right?
Not really, no.
Yeah, because I know that they go in column 6 in box 3, but if you don't have any clues, I can't imagine that's useful.
Okay, box 3 does not have a column 6.
Sorry, column 6 of box 2. There we go. Good.
Okay. So those two go... Okay, so you know that for some reason.
Yep, I know that for some reason.
I don't see on my grid why that's the case, but I believe you. So the two cells in row 4, 6, column 5 go somewhere in the 3 cells in column 6 at the top, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay.
And I know a bunch of statements like that
4.
About these columns.
Okay. That means they also go in column 4 in box 8, right?
Yep, that's correct. Yep.
Okay. What I'm most interested in is... I mean, doesn't that mean we can mark 4 through... I guess Sudoku marks them 4 through 9, so I guess that's not helpful.
Yes, sadly, yes. I got very excited to mark those cells, and then I saw they were already marked in my grid.
I realized
why.
I can tell you that only one of them can be 4, 5, 6. So one is from 4, 5, 6, and the other is from 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so in row 2 and 3, column 6?
Row 4, 6, column 5.
Oh, row 4, 6, column 5. Okay, only...
Only one of them's one is 4, 5, 6, and one is 7, 8, 9 exactly.
Okay. Do you know anything about how many of row 2, column 4, and row 3, column 4 are 7, 8, 9s or not 7, 8, 9s or anything at all?
I can tell you that only one of them can be 7, 8, 9. They can't both be 7, 8, 9.
Unfortunately, I could also have told you that.
Okay. Also, only one of them can be 4, 5, 6.
Only one of them can be 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, so.
But I mean, for all I know, one of them's 1, 2, 3, and the other is 7, 8, 9. So.
Yeah.
But if we're doing like low, mid, high stuff, right, which this puzzle seems to encourage, I can tell you that in general, there's kind of entropy between the two, right? We're not going to repeat we're not having 2 lows, 2 mids, or 2 highs in those.
It's actually interesting to contemplate, like, just coloring this grid in terms of entropies.
Yeah.
I don't know if I might want to do that.
Of course you want to color, but...
But the fact that we have these corner marked 7s in column 1 sort of makes me think that maybe that's not actually going to be useful because of that, but I could be wrong.
I'm tempted to just draw an entropic line between those two. That's not like new, that's not info from either of our grids, so I think it's okay to draw that line, right?
Yeah, I think you're allowed to draw an entropic line in. I think that's fine.
If I ever remember what that means, it means that we have 2 different entropies between those two.
Let's see. Okay, so...
Is there anything else I can tell you about that? Like, okay, so I can tell you that sort of a similar thing between row 4, 6, column 6, where only exactly one of them is 7, 8, 9, and exactly one of them is 4, 5, 6.
Okay, one of these is 7, 8, 9, and one of them is 4, 5, 6. Okay, what about the column 4, row 4 and 6? Do you know anything about that disposition?
We could probably figure it out because we knew the disposition of the other two, right?
Okay, so you said that in column 5, other than the 1, 2, 3, there's 1, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 7, 8, 9, right?
Yeah, because of the geometry you told me, that must be true.
Okay, and then the same...
Oh, sorry. No, what I said is only one of them can be 4, 5, 6. I think they could both be 7, 8, 9.
They could both be 7, 8, 9. Okay, so then we don't know what row 6, column 4 is for sure.
Right. We do know there's, just because of the way column 6 looks to me, just from column 6, the row 4 and row 6 cells, there is one of each. Just by counting how many I need. Basically, what I'm saying is I know I have 2 7, 8, 9s and 1 4, 5, 6 in row 1, 2, 3, column 6. So all of that comes from that.
Okay.
So maybe I should just tell you that.
So I guess we have an equivalence. The purple equivalence also gives us an equivalence of where row 2 through 5 of column 8, that collection of cells, it goes in row 1 in a specific collection of cells, which I think is equivalent to what I've said, but I admit I haven't thought about it at all. I'm going to make
just by Sudoku, I can see that.
Right,
one of them's yellow.
Right, one of them is yellow, and then these others over here are...
Wait, so that means we know which yellow is that row on column 9 yellow, right?
Right,
or am I crazy?
Right, because this red, this yellow red, yeah, it needs to go down on this, in one of these cells, and so it's exactly that one. So yeah, so I can give those two, I'm going to make those black circle. So row 1, column 9, if I did this correctly, is the same as row 8, column 7.
Yeah, that's what I see as well.
Okay, and so then, and then this.
We don't even know
yellow,
what digits it is, but
and I can get rid of the yellow from that, I guess, because now it has a color of its own.
Right.
One of these is black circle, whatever, in row 4, column 8, or row 5, column 8. One of them is black circle.
Yeah, one of those is black circle.
Uh,
Should we just make it a shaded cell instead of a circle?
I'm
So we
afraid
can,
that it might be the same as something we already have,
oh,
which is why I'm a little hesitant.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, what do we know it isn't? We know it's not purple circle, blue circle, or red X. It could be red circle.
could be red circle. That's
Unless you have a
probably
reason it
true.
can't be red circle.
I don't think I have a reason. It does not crisscross clues for me at all.
Okay.
Let's see. So yeah, it's in one
I
of
might
those.
be able to say something about. I don't know. Can I say something about row 9, column 9, maybe? I'm kind of asking the void here, but because you're like, what do you mean? Would knowing anything about row 9, column 9 be helpful to you?
It's at least 4 cells away from any clue in my grid, so
Okay.
it not
Probably not.
intrinsically, and unless we're gonna be doing some other.
It has an interesting geometry, that I'm not allowed to tell you about, but well, not directly.
And you see no reason why row 2, column 4, or row 3, column 4. You see no reason why these either have to include red circle or could not include red circle,
Row
right?
2, column 4, and
Row 3, column
3, column
4.
4. I see
I'm
no
very
reason
interested
those
in-
couldn't. I see no reason those couldn't have red circle.
Yeah, that is...
I'm looking again, but I don't see any like consequence of red circle being there that would be interesting to me. I mean, it finishes the 1, 2, 3 triple in the column, but you would know that.
I can tell you that those two cells, row 2, column 4, and row 3, column 4, those two cells in column 5 live in box 8, but I guess that's retelling you something else I've told you in slightly different words. I don't think it's anything new.
Interesting.
And the 1 or 9 in row 1, column 8 just does absolutely nothing for you. So it was
sorry, saying it row
the 1, 9 in row 1, column 8. That just does absolutely nothing for you as far as your...
I wish it did. It would be more interesting for me if it was a 9 rather than a 1, although I think either one would be good to know, but I can't think of I'm still contemplating this row 9, column 9 thing to see if I can figure out what the heck's going on with that one, but because there's a bunch of digits I know it's not. But I'm trying to figure out how much I know about that. It's kind of a frustrating thing to think about, even with the killer calculator open.
Oh, row 8, column 8.
Yeah?
It's in purple. It has to be row 1, column 6, right? Oh, no, because it could be red X, right?
It could be red X, yeah. If it was red X, that puts red X in row 7, column 1.
Would be handy. I would go for that.
And I can... Let's see. What could I tell you about that? I don't know what I could tell you about that. I thought I saw something with it, but I don't think it's true.
Row 2, column 2. It's kind of
Okay, wait,
interesting
hold
to
on.
ask whether that is red X or not.
I don't know if I have a way to tell you if it's red X or not.
If it is red X, it goes in row 3, column 9 exactly, and is yellow. It is the row 8, column 8.
Is it helpful to know that if it's red X, then row 3, column 2 is not blue circle?
It sounds like the kind of thing that might be useful to know, but
Yeah. It feels a little extra, doesn't it? So I'm just going to explain to the viewers here, who Zeta is calling chat, that this blue circle does not appear in this thing, and therefore these two sums are not possible, which may or may not be interesting.
May or may not be interesting.
So it means this. Okay, so it does limit at row 9, column 9. I'm trying to figure out what it limits it to. Okay, I'm going to read. Okay, why don't you pencil row 9, column 9 for me, and then read it back to me.
Okay.
Because I have to have this killer cage open. So it could be 4. It could be 5 or 6 or 7. I think that's it. So it's from 4, 5, 6, 7.
So it's in the green quad.
It's in the green quad. True.
Oh, but that means it's not pink circle. That places pink circle in box 9.
Oh, yeah, true. It's not pink circle.
If it's not pink circle, then pink circle is row 9, column 8, right?
Yes. Row 9, column 8 is pink circle, and row 1, column 7 is pink circle.
Yep. That's going to be big, I think. Okay, so now one of these two is pink circle.
We can place pink circle in box. Oh no, sorry, no, you're right. It's one of those two. You're looking at box 6, right?
Yep,
row 4 or row
box
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm kind of wondering if we kind of know the contents of the pink shaded cells, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, well, we know we need a red. Oh wait, we need a red X. Doesn't that make yellow red X?
It does make yellow red X because we need a red X in column 8, and there's only one place for it to go. Absolutely. So we can retire yellow almost. Because yellow is red X.
Yeah. So red X is somewhere in box 3
red X is row
in
7,
column 9.
column 1.
Row 7, column 1 is red X? Oh, it is.
Just by Sudoku. Yeah, I don't think that one requires any secret Zeta knowledge.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Let's see.
Not anything you haven't already told me about.
So it is row 2, column 2. By looking at where it goes in box 1.
True. Yep. So that means it's only 1, 2.
So it's only 1, 2, right? So red X. So we have our first pencil mark in about 6 years. We have removed a 3 from these.
All the red X's.
Oh, and red X, we actually now know exactly where it goes in row 3, and so we can drop the yellow because now we know how to disambiguate this yellow-blue pair in box 3.
Okay, yeah, it goes there.
So that's
and it's
red
1
X.
or 2 only.
That's
we
blue
can retire yellow.
Yeah, I can just ditch these colors entirely. Ditch this yellow. That's 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 2 only.
Hey, we got digits. What does that help me with?
That not being 3 means one of this mess of cells is 3. This is a 1 or 2, I should say. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, and... Oh! Did I incorrectly remove 3 as a candidate from row 5, column 6? I bet I did randomly remove 3 from it.
Yeah, that should not have had 3 removed from it. As far
sad.
as I know.
I had a 1-2 pair I was very excited to discover, and then I realized that I did not think that I actually had a 1-2 pair, that I was just... I am the mole, apparently. Let's see.
I feel like this should have given me info about something, but... Oh, okay.
Red X is placed in box 6, right? It's placed as row 4, column 7?
Yes.
which then places the last one and resolves the circle thing in box 4. Because now...
so
now
row 6, column 2 is red X, yeah. Which means that's not 7.
Right. Row 6, column 3 is red X, right?
Oh, wait, hold on. Are you... Oh. Yes. I did that very wrong.
And row 4, column 3 is red circle.
That was like a legit mistake on my part. Okay.
And row 6, column 9 is red circle now.
Row 6, column 9 is red circle?
I think that just follows from our pencil marks, right? Because we've got a red circle.
Oh, so you got red circle in row 4, column 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I
can tell.
So red circle does not show up in purple. Red circle needs to show up in... Oh, it shows up in either red or... Well, I guess the question is, where is red circle in column 8? And the answer is that red circle in column 8 has to be in box 3.
Yeah, it's either the 1-9 that you found or it's row 2, column 8.
Right. And so that lets us place it in box 9, or in column 7 if you prefer, because it's not black circle. And it's not
correct,
blue
it's
circle.
not black circle.
So it must be row 7, column 7, right?
Yeah, I agree. That's in row 7, column 7.
Okay, so
the red circle is.
Yes, the red circle. So my box 9 now has, going down, starting at the top left, red circle, black circle, blue circle. Then the central cell is a red X, and below that is a purple circle. Are we agreeing about what it is we're
You're talking about
at?
Box 9?
Box 9, yes. Did I not say box 9? I said box 7, didn't
I? It's hard because I'm thinking about something else, and then you just start talking, and then I catch half of what you said.
I totally buy that.
What I was going to say is black circle is not any of the 1, 2, 3s.
Yep, it is not any of the 1, 2, 3s, correct.
Okay, because I guess we just have that 1, 2, 3 in box 9, so that's not as exciting as I thought. But
yeah, there's a 1, 2, 3 triple. It's much more exciting if you view it as viewed by this oblique triple that I have highlighted. That it can't be a 1, 2, 3. So we'll think it's for that reason.
Yeah.
We have 2 4, 5, 6s marked in row 7. Is there any chance you have a third 4, 5, 6 for us in row 7 somehow?
Somehow. Yeah, we haven't really given circles to the other 4, 5, 6s.
We have not.
I
don't have many other 4, 5, 6s in the grid that I actually know anything about.
I'm trying to there's some weird complicated relationship with 4, 5, 6s around that area, but I don't know that I can make any declarations.
I'm trying to decide if the fact that we know that one of row 3, column 2 or row 8, column 1 is blue circle does anything. Because
one of row 3, column 2 or row 8,
and row 8, column 1,
right? Because we need a
quad
green
from a
quad
bazillion years ago, and there's
a
lot
blue
of
circle.
blues looking at the other places. So one of those is blue circle.
Oh, this involves the thing that I said. Remember, row 3, column 2 can't be blue circle.
Oh.
Remember, I told you that. I said that if row 2, column 2 was red X, then row 3, column 2 would not be blue circle. So that came into play.
Actually places blue circle as row 8, column 1, right?
Yeah, row 8, column 1 is blue circle, and that places
Which places
a 7.
our first digit. We get a digit dance.
Hey, digit dance.
Because we actually get a 7 in row 2, column 1.
Nice.
Woohoo! Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. I didn't get to see your dance, but I'm sure it was amazing.
Alrighty, so we've got a 7. Fantastic. So we now have a 7 in one of 2 places in box 7. Is that interesting? Just following our pencil marks. I don't think it requires anything.
Not any more interesting than you see yourself.
One of these 2 is 6 in box 7 because this I was about to say this Renbon, but that would be spoilers. This mysterious green quadruple.
Green. Well, which is now a triple. I have ungreened
yes, which is now a triple. Yes, that it features a 6 that has to be in box 7.
Yes.
Uh,
I'm completely mystified as to where this Renban could possibly be, but
yes,
um,
it is a complete mystery.
I mean Renban, what Renban?
Yes,
Um,
exactly, exactly. Oh,
so
oh, oh!
that does limit six a little bit.
Blue. We can place blue circle now, or we can at least say, I think that, yeah, blue circle. No, blue circle's just placed in box 1 now. Blue circle's row 3, column 3, right?
Yes, yes, it sure is. Okay. What does that do for me? I don't know. I feel like there's okay.
So
We
in
okay. We
box
can do
in
some
box
circling of
4,
4, 5, 6s.
yeah, in box 4,
Uh-huh.
blue circle's row 5, column 2, and that's the last blue circle in the grid, I think.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I agree.
And so it's not 7.
It's not 7. True. I was gonna say we can actually put more circles on 4, 5, 6s if you want to pick colors because
That sounds great.
I can tell you that row 7 column 2 is not the same as row 5 column 3.
It's not the same as row 5, column 3.
Which means that row 5 column 3 must be only 4, 5.
Okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna make row 7, column 2 green circle, and row 3, column 2 green X.
And so then row 5 column 3 is also green X.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, because you said those two can't be the same for
Yeah, they definitely can't be the same.
reasons that I don't think are clear to me. But that places green X in row 9, column 1. Does that sound right?
That does sound right. So that's 4 or 5.
Now I'm gonna note.
So I don't need the
this
green
thingy
cells
has to
marked,
go in
right?
one of these places.
I'm trying to remove some
Yeah,
color
that's
to
true.
keep the
Yeah,
grid.
that does let us remove the green cells because now
I think I
now
don't
they
need
just
the
have
orange
names.
cells either because we've named them all.
Yeah,
so.
the orange cells also we can get rid of. I agree.
I think purple might still be useful. In fact,
Yeah,
if I inspect purple, shouldn't we make row 1 column 6 only 7, 8, 9? Because we have red X, blue circle,
yes,
and
because of the triple down here, right? We've got red X, purple circle, blue circle, and then a mystery digit, and up here we've got red X, blue circle, purple circle, and a mystery digit, but the mystery digit in one place is 7, 8, 9. Got it.
Do we want to mark those as the same? We have so many markings. We could get rid of purple if we do. And we could even just start coloring things.
Yeah, I'm willing to make them gray circle. We'll make
okay.
Sorry.
Are you using dark gray or light gray?
Dark gray.
Okay.
Okay, and then we can get rid of purple, I agree. Because purple now is an equivalence of sets that we already know are equivalent.
Yeah. Have we proven black circles unique?
Where does green X go in row 1? It's black circle.
Oh, is it? Green X in row 1. Why can't it be row 1 column? Oh, because it's not 1 or 9.
Yep, it's not 1 or 9.
Okay, so we can replace black circle with green X.
Yes.
Which is 4 or 5.
Yes.
Okay.
So...
Oof. Okay, so...
Oh, so now I actually can place green X in column 8 in a way that is a complete mystery.
Okay.
Actually, it's not a complete mystery.
No, it's not a mystery at all. I can place it too.
You literally can place it. I was going to place it using a thing that I'm not allowed to talk about, but I think it turns out that you don't need the thing.
Row 4, column 8, right?
Yes, row 4, column 8. Yep, agree. Where's the other 4, 5, 6? The other 4, 5, 6 is the green 4, 5, 6, and that's got to appear somewhere in this cluster of cells, but it could be there or there. I am saying for chat. Although I literally just highlighted the 2 spots in column 9 that it could possibly go. So, oh, sorry, it can actually go in 3 places in column 9, I suppose. Well, oh well. Okay. And I still don't know if row 2, column 8 is a 1, 2, 3 or not, right? So I'd like to know if this is a 1, 2, 3 or not, but I don't think I do, because it could be red circle still, or red circle is row 1, column 8. Those are the 2.
Yeah, I agree.
universes that seem to exist. Uh,
Do we have all the red X's? I think we do.
I think we might. So, one of, and I don't know if this is going to be useful. It's going to be useful in the most tedious sense for me, but it might be useful for you.
Okay.
One of row 2, column 4, and row 6, column 5 is green X. And so that eliminates green X from a few places that I don't think is at all interesting for me, but might possibly maybe be interesting for you.
So it eliminates green X from row 2, column 5, I'm seeing, and it eliminates green X from row 6, column.
And from row 2, column 5, and row 3, column 5.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I guess it was already in row.
It was already
not
not
allowed.
there, though.
Yeah, it's already not there. And yeah, in row 6, column 4, those are the two spots that it seems to eliminate it from.
That's. I don't see how that's interesting to me beyond what might be interesting to you. So.
Oh, where does 7 go in row 1? 7 is gray circle, right?
Gray circle is 7, indeed. Okay. I'll take it. We don't need to gray circle it anymore.
Right. We have a better name for gray circle. I didn't feel that great about using gray as a color anyway, so...
okay, so...
Sven is telling me now some digits that aren't 7, so that's exciting.
But I can also...
Row 9, column 9? Is that what you're saying? Row 9, column 9 is the last 4, 5, 6 for box 9.
Okay, I'll speak up in a second, but that is not what I was seeing. But yes, that's... We have a name for it. It's green circle?
Yep, it's green circle.
Okay, I have a few things. There's an easy thing, which is row 6, column 7 is not 7. For mysterious reasons that you'll never know.
Okay.
The same reason we initially marked it as 7, 8, 9. And then also, I now kind of know... Okay, let me pencil these first, and then I'll just tell you what I penciled.
Okay.
Because I have learned something interesting about something that you're not allowed to know about.
Oh, we have a 4, 5, 6 triple in column 9. I'm just going to point out.
Yes, we do, and that's what's interesting to me.
And so so now row 7, column 9, and row 8, column 9 can't be 4, 5, 6 or 1, 2, 3. So these are both from 7,
actually
9,
it might just be
7.
Sudoku at this point.
I think they're just an 8, 9 pair, right? Row 7, column 9,
yeah.
and row 8, column 9 are an 8, 9 pair. Just by the box, and so that tells us that row 5, column 9 is a 7.
Row 5, column 9.
It was pencil marked as being a 7, 8, 9, and now an 8, 9 pair looks up at it, I believe.
Row 5, column 9?
Yeah.
If you pencil that, I don't have it penciled.
Well, it's not... Oh, do I know... Oh, it's not 1, 2, 3 by the row, and it's not 4, 5, 6 by the column. Because there's a 1, 2, 3 triple in the row, and there's a 4, 5, 6 triple in the column. So that makes it 7, 8, 9, but also there's an 8, 9 pair below it.
It's a naked single 7.
Yeah, so it is a naked single 7. That is the fancy way to say what I am saying.
Okay. Green X is 4.
Green X.
And you're just gonna have to believe me on that one.
I will believe you. Green X is 4.
Which I'm sure we'll have a lot of cleanup here. And I'll have to remember to. I'm gonna mark something orange, and you're gonna have to remind me to tell you about orange. But let's clean up first.
Okay, yeah. There's some good cleanup.
Because we know none of the other...
What is row 4, column 9? Row 4, column 9 is pink circle, right? Row 4, column 9 is pink circle.
Yes, it is. Okay.
And so now red circle in column 8 is... Oh, crap. No, sorry. It's still not placed. Dagnammit.
Okay, I'm going to give you new pencil marks for 2 cells if you're ready.
Okay. I will take it.
Okay. Row 3, column 7 is only 5, 7, 8.
Okay, so 5, 7, or 8. Those are the options.
Yeah. And row 3, column 8 is only 5, 6, or 8.
Okay. It is not 9. Okay.
And you're welcome to speculate as to why, but I can't tell you.
Okay, that is fair.
I also can tell you that we now know that red circle is 1.
Okay. Okay. So red circle is 1, and so therefore red X is 2.
Yep. So we know the values of all of them.
Yep. Yep.
And then pink circle is 3.
Yep. Unfortunately, this is the direction that means I don't learn anything at all, but I'm happy for you.
Hold on. Wait. Oh no, I made a mistake.
What did I? We have to rewind.
Okay, let's rewind. Let's not make that a 2. Hold on.
So red circle is still 1.
No, sorry. I said the exact opposite of what was true. Red circle is not 1.
Oh, red circle's not 1. Okay.
Yes. I apologize. I completely just I determined red circle was not 1 and then said that means red circle is 1.
Okay, so if red circle is not 1, then that's going to get me some more pencil marks because now, viewers, one of these 2 cells is a 1, which is going to tell me that row 1, column 8 is a 9.
Row 1, column 8 is a 9? Okay. Which would have told me stuff about something, but we already figured it out, so it doesn't help me, actually.
Okay, and so now...
That places red circle in row 1. In row 1, column 1.
Right. Row 1, column 1. I was just noticing it somewhere else, but let's do it in row 1. Okay, so how do I know whether it's row 1, column 1 or row 1, column 2, or am I just trusting you?
That is because I made a mistake, and it could be in either of those. I don't know why I thought it.
Row 2, column 8, I think, has become the red circle for the column / the censored. I'm not allowed to say.
Okay, yeah, red circle in that column, yes, for sure, or even just the box.
Yeah.
That one I agree with.
I don't know if I'm telling you anything at all interesting by telling you about the following exotic triple. Row 1, column 5, row 3, column 8, and row 5, column 8. Oh, no, I'm just telling you about the 5, 6, 8 triple that's in column 8 in a really complicated way.
Yes, because
we've already got the blue circle marked. Yeah, we've already got the blue circle on the column, so I'm not telling you anything by telling you that those aren't blue circle.
Just to let you know, I have removed green X from the 4, since now we can just call it 4.
Yes, that is fancy. 7 is placed in box 3, I believe, just by very ordinary Sudoku.
Yes. Oh, okay, so then I can tell you that row 3, column 8 is a 6, which gives us that blue circle is a 5.
Row 3, column 8 is a 6.
Yeah.
And so blue circle is 5, and we've got all of those in the puzzle, I believe.
Yeah. Which does mean that green circle is 6.
Green circle is 6. We don't have nearly as many of those in the puzzle as it would happen.
Okay, now I am... Okay, well, there's a lot of cleanup we can do, but why don't I just also tell you that this means that red circle is 3.
Red circle is 3, okay. Yeah, and we can do the cleanup and notice that row 5, column 8 is an 8.
Yes.
So red circle is 3.
Which means
8.
Purple circle's not 3.
Yep. And now row 6, column 7 seems to be a naked 9. Do we agree with this assessment?
Yes, I got that 9 already while we were talking.
Right immediately above it, there's a 6.
Yep.
Okay, what is left in column 7? Something is left.
It's
an 8.
I
think row 2, column 7 is an 8.
Okay, I may be... Okay, we should finish row 5. Let's get as much Sudoku as we can.
Okay, yeah, let me just clean up everything that Sven is willing to tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, row 5, column 1 is a 9.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, I can tell you that red X is a 2 now.
Red X is a 2. Excellent.
Which means purple circle's a 1, of course.
Woohoo.
or pink circle. What do you want to call it? So I'm actually going to spend a little bit of time cleaning up all these X's.
Okay, so now everything that once had a name no longer needs to have a name.
Yeah,
I believe.
I think that's
everything
true.
now has a real name.
Which I know pains you to clean up, but I think it'll help finish the puzzle.
I'm less bothered about cleaning up random stray pen tool marks than like coloring, because the coloring you could just complete. But
okay, there's one last thing that I could potentially tell you that you don't already know, which is that hold on, give me a second. Row 2, column 6 can't be a 9 or a 4, so it's a 6. Well, I can actually just row 2, column 6, I'm pretty sure has to be a 6.
Okay.
Yes, it has to be a 6.
And so that gives us an 8-9 pair in the column, placing a 4 in row 6, column 6.
Let me also just tell you that row 3, column 6 is an 8.
Okay, so that's an 8, that's a 9,
and
that's a
I think
4.
Other than Sudoku, that's the last thing I can possibly tell you.
Okay, so let us. Okay, so okay, so I can probably get us some stuff.
We can finish the column.
I was just going to do the Sudoku. So column 6 reads for me down the top 7, 6, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, just to make sure that we're kind of in the same ballpark.
That's me too.
Okay. Okay, so where is 3 on the question mark? 3 is in row 3, column 4.
3 is in row 3, column 4. Okay.
I believe so. Let me just double check that I am 100% certain that that's true. Yeah, it's not there.
Okay, our entropic line did not come
there
in handy,
or there.
unfortunately.
Yep. Row 3, column 4 is a 3.
Okay.
Row 2, column 4 is a 4.
Okay.
And row 4, column 5 and row 6, column 5 are a 6, 7 pair.
Which means we can place the 8 in the box.
Yes, which means we can place the 8 in the box. Agree. That probably leaves us with a pair that Mark is happy to fill in box 2, but it's a 1, 9, so it's useless. Let's see. I'm going to fill in this triple up here with Mark. Fill in these cells and see what's going on.
Okay, column 4 looks finishable.
Okay, yeah. So I was just getting that in box 1, the 9 and the 1 are placed. But I will finish column 4 first with the power of Mark. So 9, 7, 6, placing a 7, an 8, and a 9 over there.
Right, well, if we're going to use Mark, I'm just going to mark the rest of the grid up.
9 and a 1 and a 1. Oops.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, I think we're 9. Done.
Yeah, I have filled in all of my clues, so I hope that no further Renbon genius is expected of me. 4. Let's see, that seems to be a 6 and 8, a 7, a 1, a 3 and 8, and a 6, a
also,
3 and 8 and 9.
I don't know if you can hear it, but Claudia is cheering us on.
Excellent.
By singing the song over people.
I have just filled in the last digit incorrectly, and so it has yelled at me. There we go. 72 minutes and 4 seconds.
I've got 71 minutes and 38 seconds, so I filled in at the end of it faster.
You filled in the non-red cells much faster than I did. Excellent.
Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
That was very enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with that. There's a little bit there where I was like, oh God, what on earth are we supposed to say? And I was debating how increasingly strange to get. But I think we managed to not really, aside from very early on when you gave me some very specific, one of these is 1, 2, 3, and one of them is 4, 5, 6. And I said, okay, well, it's a 7 cage. Aside from that, I did not really figure out exactly...
Yeah, I actually don't. I can't really imagine where your Renbans are, other than the obvious one that gave us that start.
Yeah, other than the one that is
the V-shaped one. Or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I only have 3 Renbans in my entire grid.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. And so there's the V one that's obvious, and then there's the one that gave us the purple-red equivalence, which you can sort of imagine because it sort of branches off of the 1-9, because the 1-9 was a 1-9 because it saw length 8 Renbon. And
Okay.
then I have a complicated zigzagging Renbon down columns 4, 5, and 6 that was giving us assorted, complicated geometry that I should not have tried to describe because I don't think it was at
Well,
any point relevant.
I have an idea. Why don't we open up each other's puzzles and just look?
Yeah, that is a clever idea that I would never have thought of. Let's see. No, I don't want to react with sounds, whatever on earth is happening. Let's see. Wait, did we talk about this before or after we talked about the password game? There we go. Okay, the second player. Okay, so you were the second player. Let's open the grid.
Yeah, so I had a lot more going on.
Yes, you had a lot more grid.
The 34 gave me endless headache. The big 34 cage.
Oh God. So yeah, this is so they're Audis summing to 11 in this cage. So yeah,
But that's what gave me the row 9 column 9 because it sees the whole cage.
Yes,
And then also the kind of weird geometry where like the bit that sticks out.
The fact that row 9 column 9 was not 1, 2, 3, I think was ultimately the thing that broke everything.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember why it was relevant. It was relevant for some reason, but
it placed another 1, 2, 3 in row 9 or something.
Yeah, something.
But yeah,
like that,
I'm looking at yours. Yeah, I did not at all imagine that this is what these run bands looked like, but it makes sense now that I see it. I see this equivalent that you made here for sure.
That ended up being super useful. I'm glad I said that. I was thinking that was sort of random. I'm glad I did not try and articulate any of the geometry that fell out of the box 257 Renbon.
Yeah, what did that even do for us? I don't even remember.
Like, ultimately, the only things this did were at the very end. I'm not even sure I used this until, like, literally at the end when I had this 5 on the Renbon and this 1 on the Renbon, and then I was able to ask, where does the 3 go? Where does the 4 go? And then where do the 6 and 7 go? And so that sort of filled this in. But I'm not actually sure how much. We might have used it a little tiny bit because I knew stuff like Blue Circle has to go on this Renbon. As do all of the green X's and circles. Or
it has to have 4, 5, 6 on it.
Right. And so we knew those, but we didn't even have those until like relatively late in the solve. We didn't have anything except blue 4, 5, 6.
There's definitely some geometry with it that I think you did tell me a little bit about.
Yeah, there's definitely, it's the sort of thing where if I was solving a puzzle, I would do lots of geometry. And yeah, I tried to describe at some point, like, oh, does it tell you anything that like these 3 random digits go like 2 of them go here, and you were like, no, and I was like, oh, thank God. It was basically my reaction to that.
But if you look at my killer cages, one of the big things I think was the 7 cage in row 1 and the 6 cage in box 1. We ended up having red X in both, and so then we knew the other 2 had to be different. In fact, they had to be consecutive, which I don't know. We ended up not using, but just the fact that they were different. Also, the 2 9 cages. You can see those 2 3-cell 9 cages. That's what gave us the 1, 2, 3s and the 4, 5, 6s in the first place.
There have to be 2 1, 2, 3s in here, and have to be 2 1, 2, 3s in here. That explains where that deduction came from.
So you didn't picture a 9 cage at all when I was telling you about that stuff?
I by that point I was like worried enough that I was missing something dumb about whether that thing at the top was 1 or 9 that I think I was too fixated on that to dive into like thinking what it was. At the beginning it was very much a like, oh yeah, that's got to be a 7 cage and that's a 7 cage down there. So I had those pegged, and I sort of envisioned that maybe the 1 2 3 triple came from either a 6 cage or like 3 singleton 1-cell killer cages. But yeah, I did not think about the 9 cages when we were talking about it. This sort of weirdly shaped 21 cage would have been hard to articulate a whole lot. I guess you did articulate to me that these 2 7 8 9s in it were different, but I don't think we used that, at least not in any. We didn't ever color 7 8 9s.
I did tell you the consequence once we placed one of them, but.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Same with the 13 cage in row 3. Like I told you consequences of that a couple times.
Okay, and that's where the two yellow things came from, was these two in the 34 cage. What you told
Yeah.
me is that these two cells went in box 3 and
Yeah.
column 9, and that's just a consequence of the 34 cage geometry. That
Exactly.
makes
I
sense.
basically had my own little Renban there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, your own little, yeah, exactly.
It's actually really neat. Like, I think Chameleon did a really good job of balancing like how much communication we had to give without like revealing the clues, because we could reveal geometry because we both had geometry that ended up interesting.
Yeah, this was an excellently crafted pair of these. Like, I think it would take a lot of work to make sure that like both parties have to communicate and do stuff. And I got to imagine there's got to be like at least a little bit of redundancy in sort of figuring out like what exactly is it we're trying to do, just so that ideally it's not ever the case that someone is completely stuck because the other person has missed some minor deduction.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
this was neat. Yeah.
That was quite enjoyable.
Thanks for joining me on this adventure, Zeta. And again, if you haven't checked out Zeta's channel, definitely do so. And thank you again to Chameleon for providing these puzzles. This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below.
Absolutely. And if you're already a subscriber to one of us, go subscribe to the other.
Exactly.